Destination Sanbunan Buffet. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, QP. Well, today we're gonna be talking about certain things that have been happening. Actually, my updates that you guys need to know of. But obviously, before we dive there, I'll call friends you like a video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will get notified. Now, yesterday we've spoken about Kevin Johnson, not Kevin Johnson. I don't know why I'm mixing people. We've spoken about Stuart Baxter, where he exposed, some of the things that were happening at Naturena during his time, his second time when he got to Naturena, where he did not have a good season. Now, some might say he's lying. Some might say, actually, that is true. We are seeing it. So, in terms of that, Kevin Johnson also came out and said what he thought was happening with the team during the time that he was the head coach for Kaizer Chiefs. So this is what he's saying. Umjita laphana uthi yena during his time, because remember during his time we finished 10th. I think we were 10th on the position, Ulok. So yeah, according to him, he says for the short period that I was at Kaizer Chiefs, it was not the case. I did not experience those types of challenges personally. I did not have those types of demands coming to me. However, I do believe that along the way, the organization as a whole has not recruited the right quality of players. When I was there, I was not involved in the actual buying and selling of personnel. I was only with the senior team for a relatively short period. I also did not have any preseason with the team. I was meant to come in to save the club, but they decided to part ways. They then restructured with the new coach and a technical team. They seemed to be doing well for a short while, but now the wheels seem to have come off again. Kevin Johnson. Well, with this one, guys, I feel like Umjita is contradicting himself and also agreeing with Stuart Baxter, because remember, during his time with Kevin Johnson, what you are now a transfer window, you need to sign players. According to my report, allegedly, no, you can sign any players that you want. And then he came out in public and said, I don't think I need any new players. I have the right team or the right tools to use. So definitely something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up with the statement coming from Kevin Johnson. From Stuart Baxter, it makes sense because it's understandable. But then we do Kevin, I don't understand. Can someone please try and explain to me, Uti, how can you say this when you're with the club, and then when you're not with the club, you're saying something totally different? Because I remember, Mina, we even went to that short transfer window where you can sign any player that you want. And then he did not sign Watiana. He's not going to sign any player because he feels like he does have the right tools. And then after that, things just went badly. Things just went badly. But now today, Umjita is sitting here and telling us he did not have the right tools during that time, and it looks like he was told they will want him to take over and be the head coach through and through, and then guys, I don't understand. I will leave that to you as long as it's down in the comment section below. Moving on, we're going to talk about the interview. Now, this is a story given to me by Wandile. It's something that I have said we need to talk about, and now we are talking about it. So there's an interview. Lapana will rob that interview, the long one, with Kaizer Down Jr. I think he was asked, do you know or are you aware that if Kaizer Chiefs loses for the fifth time currently, it's gonna set a new record, something that has never happened before. It's something new for Kaizer Chiefs. Wabuza, what could that be? If it's negative, then definitely I'm not aware of it. Now, when Rob said it's because of that, like when Kaizer Chiefs loses now, they're gonna be losing for the fifth time, and it's gonna have a record. It's a new record being set currently. And also emphasizing the Bama players with Nabo. He feels like they need to take responsibility because everyone has a job to do. With that being said, for me, the harsh truth in that message that I got is the fact that Kaizer Chiefs are not aware of a lot of things. And I feel like the reason why they're not aware of a lot of things is because they want to be involved in everything. So if you're involved in everything, you're not going to be aware of everything because that's not primarily your job. You're not going to be able to do what needs to be done because you're looking at all those different things as Katesi one, which if you are a sporting director, you need to focus on sporting directing duties. If you're a coach, you need to focus on coaching the club. If you're a goalkeeper coach, angeke sithi Elias Mzogi needs to come and coach Kaizer Chiefs because it looks like things are not doing very well. Or njengoba our goalkeeper coach, then he's a strength and conditioning coach. You understand? It's something that obviously he's not going to be able to do very well. Somewhere, somehow, he's going to lack because this sponsor Kiyini is being a goalkeeper coach, not anything else. You understand? So that is something I feel like part of the reasons why Kaizer Chiefs were not aware of this. Now, another department where Kaizer Chiefs, I'm going to make an example, are not aware of is the department of the striking coach. A striker coach is someone that is needed at the club currently, and it's something that we've been talking about. We sign good quality players. As Katina's thing, we do get good quality players. I'm not saying all of them, but as Katina's thing, maybe you find one good quality player, and then instead of utilizing that player to the best of his ability in that environment, we tend to neglect and we let things be, and then now we're gonna be blaming those players. You understand? So Kaizer Chiefs, they need to bring in a striker coach, but they're not aware because they're doing everything else and not looking at the footballing side of things. I don't know if you understand me, but that's the point I'm trying to emphasize. But honestly, in terms of Amajita Nabo, yes, I do agree. They need to take accountability for the team's performance because now, as much as we can say this and that, the coaches, the technical team, everyone else is on the bench while the boys are playing, and they need to play their hearts out on the field of play. So something that they need to look at. Now, there's a statement coming from Yenage Wandile. I just want us to listen to it, and then we're gonna go back.
Rob is saying, even though we can pin everything to Junior as a sporting director, but everybody has got a role to play. And he's saying this and hoping that our players they are listening. Because truly speaking, in fact, when I go deeper and deeper into this thing, I realize that our players are the ones that are basically killing us. And look, if we were to get a new coach, then let's overhaul the whole squad anyway. We'll need to overhaul the whole squad. There's a lot of people that'll have to go, and they will go with a new coach. If ever they get a right coach, truly speaking. But then I'm impressed ngale Ntwana le yase Zimbabwe. Let's see what he can bring into the table. Vana, you know what? Let's leave Gaston. Gaston must go and play for other clubs now. It's time that he goes and plays for other clubs now. He hasn't given us the hardcore Gaston that we need, unless maybe if you had to say Peter is the coach, maybe Peter can come in and make him the best that he can be, but we don't know. Yeah, I'm fit to the striker coach we need, and I still maintain fit. Abalete or doctor as a motivational or technical coach, whatever we call it. Uzokhuluma nale ntwana lezi, you will see fire babe. And another thing, khona amaplayer abangafanelanga benze mistake now. Touch Mabaso, don't let that boy go. Start playing him in games, serious games that matter. Uh, Umfundo, start motivating Mfundo hardcore. Um, I'm happy about Chislet Mfethu. Abam Chislet udinga umuntu onga-socialize naye like udoctor ngisho ngithi am-motivate and so forth. I'm happy about Silver, and those three. Ulilepo, I think maybe if they can speak to him and try to put him on the sideline, bam teach her a lot of tricks to dribble and so forth, maybe he'll become what we need. But ngiyajabula ukuthi they are trying to bring some players. Sure.
Well, I do agree with what Wandile is saying here. If you feel like the players are not performing, overhaul the squad, change the entire team if needs to be done. Why am I saying this? Look at Iwaidet Atletico Club. When they brought in coach Roland Mukwena, he came in and said, no, I will make, because the previous season before, they finished, I think, fifth, on fifth place. Just imagine, they decided to let go of almost the entire players just because they finished fifth on the season. And it's understandable. Wydad is a big club and it needs performance. It needs people who will understand that they're there to do the job. If they're not doing the job, then definitely they're gonna get fired or terminated. Anything happens or goes in terms of football side of things. So Winzegi Loco made the changes, overhauled the squad. And after that, as I'm speaking with you right now, despite coach Roland Mukwana not being there, but because he assembled the tools that he felt like those tools are going to work for the squad. Let's look at Wydad currently. They've played 12 games, which they have 3 games in hand. A team currently, which they are currently sitting number 2. The team that is currently on top of them, which is Raja Casablanca, they've played 15 games and they are 30 points. They've lost once. They drew 6 times and won 8. Wydad won 9 times. They drew 2 times, lost once. They have 29 points and 3 games in hand. So don't you think they're going to win the league this season? I think they are, because clearly the numbers, njengoba sikhiphela ama-numbers izolo coach bethu, but the stats do not lie. Nami, the stats that I'm looking at do not lie. And mind you, this is a new team. New player signings. You understand? They even brought in who's this guy? Lodge. Before now he left. They bought Lodge and he helped the team very much so. So that is something that Kaizer Chiefs should be doing. They should be learning from those other big clubs, but it's not happening and it's not going to happen. Why? I think they prioritize money over the football side of things. They prioritize business. It's business first and then football later. That is how Kaizer Chiefs is running their team. And then last but not least, also from the interview with Robert, there was a concerned fan, who said, no, definitely, I think with the performances that Kaizer Chiefs have been showing us, the boys, you guys need to take them out and, let them do something different, the fun activity, or anything like that. Which, obviously, Kaizer Chiefs is always listening. Let's be honest, guys. Kaizer Chiefs is always listening. They might not do what we want them to do, but they are always listening. And they know what needs to be done. So they did exactly that. Baboni note, okay, definitely in terms of, trying to motivate the players, trying to shift or reset the mindset, Gabo, they did exactly that. They took them out to a field where they played, paintball. I believe it's paintball. You guys know paintball, but I'm not going to explain what paintball is. So they played that. The videos, clips, unfortunately, currently, I do not have any of them. I couldn't find them when I needed them, but they are there. I'm sure they're out there on the media space, social media pages, and you can be able to find them. But with that being said, guys, I believe this is it for now. Also, you can let me know. You can let me know down in the comment section below what are your thoughts on everything that is happening at Nashorena. And also this Sunday, guys, I will be with you. If you're going to the stadium, I will be with you after the game, because I feel like this game is going to determine whether we're going to finish on number 3 this season, or we should just focus on fighting for the top 8. I don't know. I'll see you there.